Good. Right. Okay. So we are going to look at modern meditation. Now, for those of you who've done meditation before, this is not particularly mindfulness, even though the process is more or less the same. We at beanddo tend to go a little bit deeper, and we also, because we call it modern meditation, it's designed to be very applicable to the outside world. So we have a whole sequence of practices that enable you to respond to the outside world in a very particular way, using our everyday experience as a meditation, which is brilliant when we learn how to do it. My background, if you've never come across me before, my background is yoga. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm also an architect as well, but I don't do so much of that these days. I spend my time doing this stuff. And so my approach to this is how we take the sort of ancient science of yoga, which is about 5,000 years old. We take the meditation component out of it. We mix it with contemporary science. You know that there's an amazing amount of research going on now in terms of what meditation is, how it works, the sort of neurological and physiological impacts on the mind and body. You know, scientists are now confirming what yogis have known for thousands of years, that this stuff really works. And all we're doing in any meditation practice, all we're doing is learning how to change our perspective. That's basically it. So it's not difficult, but it requires like a little shift. You know, when you were probably learning to swim or learning to ride a bike, and then suddenly you got it, you know that feeling? Yeah? Apologies if you don't ride bikes or you can't swim, but you know that lovely moment when you got it? That's the same with meditation. It'll suddenly all slot into place, as some of our students say. It all slots into place. And it is really all about how we perceive the world around us and how we perceive ourselves. And that's it. Now, the thing about modern meditation is we look at how we act in the world and how we respond to the world. And we like to say this, we like to say that we shift our day-to-day experience of the world from subconscious reaction to conscious action. Now, I know that sounds a bit odd, but we shift from subconscious reaction. So basically that's your day-to-day stuff, your day-to-day experience of the world. And what we do is we change that into conscious action. Now, what that means is we become awake. We become awake and we really live our life right where it is, right where it is. And we know that your day-to-day subconscious reaction is about 95% of your time. I mean, as scary as that sounds, 95% of your time and my time is basically going around just on autopilot. Okay, when we learn meditation, we learn to switch off that autopilot and take control. Take control. Now, inside your subconscious reaction, it's often referred to as your default mode, your brain's default mode. Inside that subconscious reaction is also where your flight-fight mode is. You know, that part of you that is all about looking out for stuff that might happen. And of course, these days, particularly with the pandemic, our fight-flight mode in most of us now is right up here, right up here. And when we learn modern meditation and we start to be conscious of what is happening in a closer and more connected way, our default mechanism actually starts to dial down. It actually starts to dial down, and that fight-flight thing starts to just even out back to its natural level, which is, we need it. But what's really important is when we allow ourselves to take control and we tackle those moments of anxiety, those moments of fear, they begin to fall away. And where it gets really interesting, and this is the bit that interests me particularly, not only is modern meditation about dealing with stress and anxiety, it's also about empowerment. It's also about you finding yourself. It's all about you finding yourself. And that for me is the well-being aspect. We become fully well when we are in the moment, when we are fully ourselves, and we stop that inner critic going round in our head. Does that make any sense? Yeah? Yeah? Good? Good. Jean's nodding. Yeah.
Yes.
Jean's heard this before. She knows the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're going to do over the next hour and a half or so is we're going to explore this amazing technique. Now, some of it you'll recognize, and some of the feelings that you might get, some of the experiences you will definitely recognize as well, because we're not going to do anything woo-woo here. We're going to do real meditation, absolute authentic meditation. Now, you'll be pleased to know that the way we teach it is there are no mantras, there are no awkward sitting positions to do, there's no strange breathing to do either. We start right where you are doing what you do. Okay, that's the whole point, is to start right here. So if there are any questions, are there any questions so far? You can message me if you want. No? Tatiana's shaking her head. You're looking very comfortable there, Tatiana. You're good. Yeah, excellent. Now, so what we're going to do then is we're going to start with a very, very simple practice. And this is something you can do and practice most of the time. We call it noticing. Now, if you remember, I said that meditation is simply a change of perspective, upgrading our perception. Well, the first thing we need to do is start fine-tuning our attention. Now, you might think, well, that's all right, I can do that. But you know, and I know that our attention, particularly these days, is completely sort of distracted most of the time. And I think, as I was saying to Jean during this week, and to Danny too, it's official now that most humans have an attention span shorter now than a goldfish, shorter than a goldfish. So it's less than 3 seconds, less than 3 seconds. And of course, we know the reason for that, don't we? Scrolling through Instagram. That's what it is. Okay, so it's tuned us into having very, very short but sharp attention spans. When we learn meditation, we're going to extend that attention span, and we're going to direct it for purpose. We're going to use it as a skill. Are you ready? Okay, good. Now, for those of you who are sitting on a cushion or so, that's good. You can sit and hold yourself upright. If you're sitting on a chair, try to get your feet flat on the floor, shoes off, hopefully, if you've got shoes on. Good. And have your sort of legs pointing forwards. So your knees are pointing forwards, about hip width apart. And then what I want you to do is not lean back on the chair. I'd like you to really sit forward. You can have your lower back pushed into the angle of the chair, that's fine. But try to have your upper back lifted away. That's good. That's good. Well done. Well done. Now, take your hands and drop them on your knees, just like this. That's good. Soften those shoulders. Good. Now, this first little exercise is like a sort of little entrance level to what we're about to do. So we're sort of getting ready for practice. So what I'd like you to do now is very, very gently close the eyes. That's good. Now, the only reason we close our eyes is because we want to not be distracted. And we want to bring our attention inwards. And we do that by starting with the body. That's good. We do that by starting with the body. And I'd like you, if you can, to bring your attention into the fingers of the left hand. That's good. Just draw your attention there. And almost immediately we get that little radiant sensation. Can you feel that gentle vibration in the fingers of the left hand? That's good. Let's hold our attention. Well done. Let's hold our attention onto the fingers of the left hand. And after a while, you'll begin to notice a gentle, radiant response. That's good. That's good. Stay with it. When you feel that radiant response, hold your attention there. Hold it there. That's good. Hold it there. Now that sensation tells you that you're beginning to make a mind-body connection. It's always there. It's just that now we are noticing it. We are deliberately turning our attention towards that connection. And we feel it as a gentle, radiant sensation in the fingers. Stay with it. Stay with it. Keep it going. And it might be that sometimes it just seems to go, or that suddenly a thought pops into your head. That's okay. But if you notice the sensation go, bring it back. Direct your attention back into that radiant feeling. Keep it going. Keep it going. You're making it happen. You're making it happen. Well done. Well done. Now, in a few moments, we're going to gently, gently come out of this first little practice. And I'd like you to come out very, very slowly now. Very slowly. Open the eyes and come back into the space you're in. Take your time. Well done. Well done, everyone. Okay, how is everybody? Okay. I've just unmuted you all, so you can speak to me if you like. Yeah. Hi.
Good.
Good. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Good.
Very good. Thank you.
How is it, Naomi? Did you get it?
It was good. It was quite hard for me, but
What? Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah, no, it's good. Remember in meditation, there's no such thing as hard. There's no such thing as hard. There's just doing or not doing, as Yoda said.
Okay.
You know. But anyway, no, but it's good. If that sensation was a little bit tricky to get to, that's only because you've never done it before, you know.
Yeah.
But it's always there. That connection is always there, and this is part of the deal now. You're learning to just change the way you see things, you know, and that's the first bit. So well done. Well done. Good.
Cool.
Everybody else manage okay? Okay, good.
Yeah, that was, thank you.
Good. You're fine, Karen. Well done. Well done. Now, okay, so you're thinking, well, that was easy. I can do that stuff. That's brilliant. Okay, but it gets trickier. It gets trickier. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're now going to add the right hand as well. So we've started to find the sensation in the fingers of the left hand. Now we're going to add the right hand as well. Okay, are you ready for this? Yeah? Good?
Yeah.
Tatiana doesn't look convinced. Right, so let's drop back into that position again. Okay, we'll sort of catch it while we can. Good. Well done. Okay, now, very nice, everyone. Just settling down, just settling down. Let those hands rest on your lap again. That's good. Try if you can to just connect back in with the body sitting for you. Don't worry too much about that, but you know, we'll look at that more. What I'm interested in is your attention. So let's come into the fingers of the left hand again. And I can guarantee now it's easier. All of a sudden, it's easy. So let's now reach in and find that sensation in the fingers of the left hand. Well done. Keep it going. Keep your attention there. Well done. Now, what we're going to do now is very gently expand our attention. So we're going to hold on to the left hand, but now we're going to add the fingers of the right as well. Can you do that? Can you now feel the sensation in both hands now? That's good. And again, it's all about your attention. Hold it in your hands. Hold on to that sensation. Keep it going. Keep it going. Stay with it. Stay with it. Very good. Well done. Stay with it. Keep that sensation going in both hands now. Well done. Well done. And hopefully it's becoming quite clear now that it's your attention, it's your directed attention being held in the fingers that is sustaining this gentle, radiant sensation. Keep it going. Keep it going. And one of the things that you might be beginning to notice now is that the hands feel very relaxed and the arms feel relaxed as well. But stay with that sensation. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Well done. Well done. Okay, now same as before, we're just going to very gently lift ourselves out of this little exercise. Take your time again, and when you feel ready, very, very gently open the eyes. Coming back into your space again. Well done. Well done, everyone. Okay. Is everybody okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Good. good, excellent, good. Did we manage with both hands, or was it really tricky?
It was tricky.
It is tricky. It is tricky. What I'm trying to get you to do is not only direct your attention, but also expand it a little as well. I'll explain why later, okay? But did anybody feel quite relaxed in that moment? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good. Now, so this tells us one of the first things that we learn in meditation is that we can actually switch on being relaxed, being relaxed. And it's very interesting that because, you know, from my yogi tradition, we are taught that relaxation is not something that happens to you. It's something that you do. It's something that you can actually do. And relaxation comes from the inside out. It's nothing to do with the external world at all. Relaxation comes from the inside out. So as we often say at beanddo, you know, you might think relaxation is a glass of red wine and watching Bake Off, you know, but it isn't, you know. It's nice to do. It's nice to do, but relaxation is something that you can make happen, which, you know, these days is very, very important. We'll come back to that in a moment when we go through to our next session. Now, what I'm teaching you here are just the basic tools, if you like, to turn your attention around and come into the body. Now, this is where we break one of the myths about meditation. Meditation is a whole mind-body thing. It's not just solely to do with this guy up here, the head. It's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. And the reason we treat it as the whole thing is because of this. And often I ask this question: where is your body at the moment? And don't say my houseboat or Manchester. Where is your body at the moment? Well, your body is in the present, isn't it? Your body is always in the here and now. It can't be anywhere else, can it? Can't be anywhere else but the here and now. It's always here. Whereas, where's your mind at least 95% of the time? Yes, Gene. Yes, exactly. Past and future. Yes, past and future. Your mind's hardly ever here. Your mind is hardly ever here. And even more now than ever, you know, we are so distracted. We are given so much information about the world now. Most of it, according to Donald Trump, fake, you know. All of this stuff there's so much, and we can barely contain it all. And that's the reason, because we're trying to struggle to make sense of it all. And most of the time, we're thinking about stuff that might happen, or we want to have happen, or the other half of that is we're thinking about stuff that has happened, or we wish it happened, you know? And so we're hardly ever here. Your mind is hardly ever in the moment. And there's our problem. There's our problem. Because where's your life? Where is your life being lived? Here in the moment.
Present.
In the present. Yeah, exactly, Danny. Exactly. In the present. So if we spend all our time living our life, you know, next Thursday, then something's going to go wrong at some point, isn't it? And we forget where we are. We forget where we are. One of my, I was doing some meditation teacher training this morning, and one of my students was saying, you know, people hide from themselves. People hide from themselves because they're never really ever present. And, you know, hiding from yourself can't be a good thing eventually. So we're using the body to come into the moment, into the present, because that's where all the good stuff is. right in the moment. And when we settle into that space of being in the moment, we've got a huge amount of protection there, because we're not worrying about stuff that we think might happen. We're just there in the present, and our fight flight then begins to dial down. Now, that doesn't mean we're ignoring stuff going on, because that's not the case. But if we're in a space where we are calm and focused, we can take real action. We can be really useful in that space. That's the key. That's where we make a real difference. Now, are we ready for stage 3? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Now, what we're doing now is, and you can see, can't you, if you've never done this before, I haven't even started talking about thoughts and thinking. Meditation has nothing whatsoever to do with stopping thoughts, stopping thinking, because we don't want to do that. That's crazy. What we're doing is we're changing our relationship to those thoughts. We're changing our relationship to those thoughts. And I'll tell you a little secret about thoughts later on. Okay. So are we ready for stage 3? Good.
Yeah.
Good. Right. Thumbs up from Jean. Now, what we're going to do now is I'm going to help you change your attention now. So first of all, we've started to hold it and guide it and hold it in a particular place, i.e. our fingers. Okay. Now we're going to see if we can spread our attention and make it bigger. And that's where it gets interesting, because then we're going to start switching on a deeper capacity, your awareness, your awareness. Now, awareness is quite important in meditation. It's like the space that we use. It's like the stuff that we use for meditation, your awareness. Are you ready for this? Okay. So we're going to focus on both hands again, but now I'm going to make it really tricky for you. I'm also going to add the toes as well. Okay, so you've got 4 things to focus on. Are you ready? Good. Right, I'll just put you all on mute again. Okay, and let's go for it then. So here we go. So let's drop into that lovely, lovely meditation position again. Well done, everyone. That's looking good. Looking good. Good. So let those hands just drop on your lap. Now, here we go. Let's zoom into those fingers again. Both hands this time together. Well done. Well done. And let's find that sensation. Now, in case you're wondering what the sensation is, it is simply your nervous system responding to your attention. That's all it is. And we start with fingers and toes because they are very sensitive to your attention. They are what we call our peripheral nervous system. They're the parts of the nervous system that engage with the outside world. So they're very sensitive to the outside and the inside. So that little vibration is simply that response. You can think of it like energy, if you like. So let's focus on the fingers and then come into the hands now. Let's see if we can feel the hands. That's good. Let's see if we can feel the hands. Well done. Let's hold our attention there and keep that sensation going. Well done. Well done. Keep it going. It's very good. Now, keep your attention in the hands, but now we're also going to add the toes of both feet now. That's good. And you might instantly recognize or feel something new. Come into the toes and then maybe both feet. Feeling the feet on the floor. So you have your hands and your feet now both held in your attention. Try and stay with it. Hold on to that sensation. Well done. Hold on to that sensation. Well done. Keep it going. Well done. Now, it's almost like now, those 4 points of connection that you're holding are beginning to mark out a space. The body is beginning to feel very relaxed now. The breath is soft and shallow. And the body feels relaxed. And you are in the center of all of this. You're making this happen. You're making this beautiful, relaxed state happen. Don't worry about what the mind might be doing. If there are thoughts pushing in, and there will be, don't push them away. Just gently bring your attention back from your thought into this feeling of relaxation. That's good. And as you hold on to your hands and feet, you feel yourself in the middle. You feel yourself in the middle of all of this. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Keep that sensation going. Very good. Well done. Well done. Okay. Again, a little short practice just to help you understand and feel some of the tools. When you're ready, we're going to come out very, very slowly. Very slowly indeed. Back into the space that you're in. Well done, everyone. Well done. I'm going to unmute you all just to check that you're all fine. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very
Yes.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Good, good. That's what I'm here for. Yes, is to help you find those tools, you know. I remember, you know, I've been doing this for about 100 years now. And I remember when my very, very first yoga teacher showed me how to relax, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, strangely, and I see this often in my yoga classes too now, I was so relaxed, I had a panic attack. which isn't really the ideal, is it? Because, you know, because I'd never had that before. I never had that feeling of just letting go and just being myself, you know, and it was an extraordinary moment. And of course, the more you do this, the easier it gets, and you can switch this on wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can switch this feeling on. And we're going to go deeper in a moment and explore a little bit more. But so that awareness thing is interesting because we all know we have awareness. We all know we've sort of got a deeper aspect to ourselves, don't we? You know, underneath our senses, underneath our thinking, you know, there's a sort of deeper capacity of human being, which is about stuff that we know, you know, stuff that we're aware of. And that's what meditation does, is start to lift some of those real deep human skills that come out, those deep human experiences, they sort of come out. And the really cool thing is, don't be scared, because it's all good. It's all good stuff. Now, the reason meditation exists because of one absolutely core fact. And that is, and stop me if you've heard this before, you are happy. Does that make any sense? You are happy. Now, I know you're probably looking at me thinking, Mick, you're mad. I'm not happy. I'm really angry about the whole thing, you know, which of course, you know, I am too. But ostensibly, you are happy. At your deepest, deepest core, your default position is happiness. And we know that because the more we practice meditation, the more that natural response comes out. And I can tell you, and we have lots of fun describing this, some of the outputs of meditation you will begin to notice. If you practice regularly, you'll find definitely that you will sleep better. You really, really will sleep better. Guaranteed, guaranteed. You'll be able to concentrate and focus more. Again, that's guaranteed. But something else happens too. You start smiling at strangers. Yeah. Now, I know you're thinking that I'm not smiling at strangers, you know, but suddenly you're much happier in yourself, and you suddenly just feel a little bit more connected to people around you, which when you think about it, where we are now, is a brilliant thing to have, to feel more compassion, to have more connection, because that's your natural default. All the yogis have been telling us this for thousands and thousands of years. And the other thing that you'll notice is you'll have more energy. You'll start to move much more effortlessly. You'll start to flow a little bit more, you know. The world around you, and I can vouch for this, the world around you will light up completely. It really will. And why is that? Because your senses, we've been working with your senses, they suddenly sharpen. They raise up a notch. And it really does. Colors are brighter. The sky is brighter. The trees are more beautiful. Other people are more fascinating. Suddenly, you know, you stop judging, you stop being angry, and you start seeing the world as it really is. And that is when it gets very exciting. Okay. Now, that relaxation you felt in the body is very important. What you've just done is you've switched your nervous system over, just like switching a channel on a TV, okay? You've switched from your sympathetic nervous system to your parasympathetic nervous system. And that's the nervous system that's responsible for you when you're asleep. So that's the system that switches on automatically to keep everything at stasis level. So it keeps your heartbeat going, keeps your blood pressure going, keeps your breathing going, okay, at a lovely, lovely natural state. So your sympathetic nervous system is all about fight, flight, you know, what we're going to do, you know, let's do this, let's do that. But your parasympathetic nervous system is like, let's just now stop and rest. And that's what you've just done in that lovely little moment. Who'd have thought that you could switch from one nervous system to the other just by being still? And it really, really works. Now, okay, awareness. Are we ready for another dive into this thing? Yeah? Good, good. Right, now this time, we are going to go into that awareness space, and we're going to see if we can hold it. Okay, we're going to see if we can hold that awareness space. Just in the same way you've been trying to hold your attention into your fingers and toes, now we're going to see if we can hold our attention into awareness, okay? Now this really is the core skill. You might get it straight away, or it might take a few weeks, but it'll happen. It'll happen. Okay. I'm going to guide you through this. Okay. When you're ready, and let's see if we can do it. We're going to also be a little bit longer in our practice too. Okay. Are you ready? Let's do it. I'll just put you all on mute again. Okay. Well done, everyone. Here we go. So well done, everyone. Well done. So what I'd like you to do now is just gently, gently come into your active meditation position again. Well done. Well done. Hands resting on your lap, knees pointing forwards, and we're sort of pushing the tailbone in the back of the chair, but we're lifting the chest. That's good, everyone. Well done. And we're resting, and we're holding our attention into the body again. Well done. Here we go. So come into your hands again, and you can jump straight in now. And then come into your feet as well. Let's switch on that little radiant response again. Well done. Well done. Stay with it. Stay with it. Very good. Holding on, holding on. Well done. Holding on. Now, what we're going to do now is see if we can start to build that space of awareness now. So see if you can bring that sensation up through the legs, up through the arms and into the whole body now. Let's see if you can feel and be aware of the whole body. That's good. That's good. Let's feel the whole body. And let's see if we can see the body sitting. We can feel the sensations of the body. We can feel the posture of the body. We can feel the body sensing and breathing. Well done. And if we can, let's see if we can find that space of awareness again. As you go in, it will meet you coming the other way. You'll feel it just simply grow. You may not even notice at first, but it's there. That feeling of awareness. That's good. And when you feel that space, and it does feel like a space, when you feel it, try to stay in it. Try to stay in it. Hold yourself in that space of awareness. Well done. Now you might begin to notice lots of little things happening. Areas of tension will begin to dissolve in the body. You may even feel the body expand a little. It's almost as if the limbs have moved away. It almost feels like the dimensions of the body have changed and shifted. That's good. Stay there if you can in that space. The body's still here. You can still feel. You can still think. But also, you're doing it now from a different space. From that space of awareness. Stay with it. Stay with it. Very good. And it's almost like you're sitting inside a bubble. You're at the center of an expanding world of awareness. It will come and go like everything, but it's definitely there. Stay with it. Stay with it. Well done. So we're holding ourselves now in the center of that space. And it might be that you begin to notice some of the qualities of that space. It's deeply relaxing. There's a stillness connected to it. A very profound sense of stillness and peace, of letting go a little. Stay with it. You're perfectly safe. This is the better version of you. This is the deep version of you that's there. And it's empowering and enriching. This sense of you. Stay with it. Stay inside that space. Stay there. Well done. Well done, everyone. Well done. That was really good. Well done. Now, again, as before, we're going to come out very, very slowly. Very good. Open your eyes slowly and come back into the room when you feel ready. Very good. I'm just going to unmute you all now again. Good, so that I can check that you're all okay. We'll do a little roll call, shall we? Ellie, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I could barely open my eyes then.
We get that a lot, Ellie. We get that a lot. Yeah, yeah. Jean, you're fine? Oh, can't hear you. Can't hear you, Jean. No, sorry. Yeah. For some reason, Jean, can't hear you. Never mind. Okay. How about Jenny? How's Jenny doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. That was lovely.
Good, excellent. Karen, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still there. That was really. I've never done anything like this before. So that was. And it was a bit harder than the hands separate.
Yeah.
And it took a little bit more focus.
Yeah.
But I did feel like it was almost like a pulsing sensation.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
So
yeah.
I don't know whether that's what it's meant to be like, but it just felt like my head was pulsing and everything.
Yeah. Karen, I tell you, it's your feeling. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm glad. The important thing is you were there, which is good. Yeah. Naomi, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. I'm definitely getting more relaxed, I think, as we go on with it. I'm getting way more into it. It's a bit like Karen, really, like the kind of pulsing, just aware of my body way more. So
excellent. That is
definitely getting more relaxed.
That is lovely. It's lovely to hear. Sasha, you all right?
I'm all right, thank you. I was a bit on the edge whether I'm going to lose it, but it's all right.
No, don't lose it. Don't lose it, Sasha. That's bad for my reputation, you know. So
I'm all right.
And I lost
As you can see, I came back.
You did. Thank you. Who else have we got? Have we done everyone?
Oh.
Tatiana. Oh, Jean.
Sorry, I'm unmuted now. Yeah, so I was definitely in the zone.
Excellent.
I didn't want to come back.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a lovely session with Jean during the week with some of her carer colleagues, and there was a moment when none of you wanted to come back. I know, I saw it. Yeah. I started to get very worried. Yeah.
Oh no, it's all good, all good.
Excellent. And Tatiana, you okay?
Yes, really good. Thank you very much. I was like on the borderline of falling asleep. I was like, no, I had to like bring myself back to reality now. It was really enjoyable.
That's good. That's excellent. Well done. Well, yeah, falling asleep is one of those occupational hazards with this. Yeah. Now, so that's good. Well done, everyone. So now what we're going to do now, you see, we're racing ahead, really. We're racing ahead because we're trying to get 5,000 years of yoga science into 90 minutes. But we're racing ahead. Now, one of the things that a good definition of modern meditation, remember I said it's just a change of perspective. Well, what we're trying to do, and hopefully you got that with the last session, we're trying to be aware of being aware. Okay, we're trying to be aware of being aware, or we're trying to pay attention to paying attention. Now, I know this sounds, what's he talking about? I have no idea. But what meditation teaches us is that there's a deeper aspect of you, which we start to switch on in our meditation practice. Now, at modern meditation, at beanddo, we talk a lot about consciousness. And that's what you and I are made of, is consciousness. So what we're trying to do is get to that deeper level, that conscious awareness of you. And that's the part of you that sits under your thinking, under your feelings, under your actions, under your emotions. It's the part of you that, is the core of you, And that's the bit of you that's eternally happy. That's the bit of you that's eternally happy. Does that make any sense? Yeah? Anybody think they don't have a bit that's eternally happy? Of course not. We all sort of know, don't we? We all sort of feel that, we love those moments. We love those moments when we are connected. Now, we're going to go a little bit deeper in a moment, but I'm going to ask you all a question now, okay? Because lots of people say to me, Mick, what does meditation actually feel like when you're there? And I can tell you, because everybody has a meditation experience almost every day. Can you remember those moments when you were doing something and you were completely absorbed in what you were doing? And as you were doing it, you seemed to just know what to do. And as you were doing it, time stood still. It all sort of flowed beautifully. And as you were working away, it sort of felt quite joyful. You were happy doing it. Anyone ever had one of those experiences before?
Yeah, it happens to me a couple of times, and that's where I do like watercolor painting. Sometimes you just lose yourself because you're trying to you're doing what you like, and you're also not consciously thinking about colors and tones and what you want to do, but you're actually not, you're aware of it and you're not aware of it in the same time.
That is lovely, Sasha. That is spot on. You're aware of it, but you're not aware of it at the same time. Yeah, that's lovely. That's really lovely. And that experience is a full meditation experience, because for a moment you're completely connected to the present. You're completely connected to what you're doing, and it's fantastic when that happens. Anybody else had a flow experience recently?
Yeah, I make jewelry. And when I'm making jewelry, that's the one time that I feel, when you're getting into it, that you're not thinking about what you're doing, but you're doing it. And it's the same sort of thing that you're just describing.
That's spot on, Ellie. That's absolutely spot on. Yeah, yeah. And it doesn't need to be a creative thing. You know, you can be walking. You know, you could be walking the dog and have that lovely.
I was just about to say walking the dog. That's when I have it. You got me.
You see, it's wonderful, isn't it? Now, what is interesting is those experiences sort of happen by accident. You know, most of the time they just happen by accident. But when we learn meditation, we can switch them on. We can actually switch them on. And I often joke about this, but then you can make everything you do a joyful flow experience, like emptying the dishwasher, you know, or, you know, queuing up at Morrison's, you know, all of those day-to-day experiences, by changing the way we relate to them through meditation, they become flow experiences. So it's good. I'm glad you're having those experiences. So good. Now, so that's what meditation feels like when you really get it, which tells you, doesn't it, that everybody's capable of these wonderful moments of insight, these wonderful moments of creativity, of flow. It's all good, all good. Now, should we go a little further? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Let's go a little further. Now, often what I like to do, and this is something very useful that you can also use as well, is when we're in that lovely space of awareness, it's often a good idea to sort of help embed it a little. And we're going to use now an intention. Now, this is quite an important little bit of practice. There's a lot of scientific research now that tells us that making a mental affirmation, a little intention, is very powerful, particularly when you're in a sort of semi-meditation state, because you're making real changes in your nervous system, in the way your brain is functioning when you're in meditation. So I'm going to now use with you guys a little intention. You'll see it. I won't tell you what it is yet, but we're going to use it in our meditation practice. Okay? And it's just a simple little statement, but hopefully you'll start to use it regularly, because it really helps to stay present, to keep you in the moment. Just when you're beginning to feel a bit overwhelmed or a little bit anxious about stuff happening, remember this little statement and it'll bring you back into your space of awareness again. Are you ready? Good.
Yeah.
Right, so let's drop back into our lovely meditation position again. Okay. Good. Again, I'm just going to put you all on mute again. That's good. There we go. Good. So you're all on mute now, and here we go. Here we go. So when you're ready, let's drop into that position again. Well done. Let's drop into that position. Hands resting on your knees. After a while, all of this becomes completely second nature, and you'll be doing it all the time. So come into your body again, settle in. Don't worry about what the mind might be doing. Don't push away thoughts. Just come in to the body. That's all you need to do. Well done. Come into the hands and feet now, and let's switch on that mind-body connection. And as soon as you feel that little sensation and you hold it, you know you're in the moment. You're in the present. That's good. Hands and feet. And then when you're ready, let's come into the whole body. Well done. Into the whole body now. Well done. Remember, we're looking for that embodied awareness, and it will come. No amount of forcing it will work. You just have to let it come. That's good. That's good. Let it come. Well done. So we're feeling the whole body now. And we're beginning to build that awareness, that space of awareness again. And when you feel it, hold yourself there. Try, if you can, to observe this space of awareness. Allow the deeper aspect of you, your conscious observation, to just be aware of this space. And there you are in the middle. You're observing this expanding space of awareness, and you feel it too. You notice its shape. You notice its expansion outwards. You notice how the body feels as you sit inside this space of awareness. Stay there. Stay there. Well done. Now, here comes the intention. So remember now, you've located yourself, you've found yourself in the middle of this space of awareness. And that space is very familiar because it's you. This is you. So try and stay there. And to help, we're going to confirm this moment. So let my voice be your voice and repeat to yourself mentally, I am here. I am here. In this moment, there is nowhere else I need to go. There is nowhere else I need to be. I'm doing exactly what I plan to do. This is it. And in this moment, I'm empowered. In this moment, I'm strong. In this moment, I'm calm. And in this moment, I am full of peace. Stay there if you can. Feel what it's like to be there, to be you, to have that absolute pure sense of being. Well done. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay in that space. Well done. Well done. Stay with it. Allow that space to be real for you. Allow it to be holding you. But at the same time, you're creating it. You're making it happen. That's good. Stay with it. Stay with it. Well done, you guys. Well done. Well done. Now we're going to come out again very, very slowly. I'd like you to really take your time now. That's good. Very good. Take your time. I'm going to unmute you all again. Well done. Well done. Well done, everyone. Everybody okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Good. Well done. Well done. Because most of you got your cameras off. It's very, oh, there's Tatiana. Very, very difficult to see your faces, but that's all fine. As long as I can keep talking to you, it's important. Now, so how about that then? The intention setting. Ah, hello, Sasha. Hello.
Hi.
The intention setting. How did that go?
Didn't see it because my video dropped out.
Oh.
So I have no idea what happened.
Oh, Ellie, that's a real shame. You'll have to watch the recording.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah.
Yes.
It's so frustrating. Right at that moment when you said, "Here it comes," it went.
Oh dear, dear, oh dear. There we are. Well, yes, watch the recording. But basically, it was an intention where I basically, you're in your amazing awareness space. You've got yourself there, and then I sort of help you stay there by saying, you're exactly where you plan to be, doing exactly what you plan to do. Now, I know it sounds very odd, the intention setting, but try to remember it because it's very useful. It's very useful when you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by stuff, just remember, well, I'm here. And it stops your mind from racing into the future or racing into the past. It keeps you present where you need all your energy, where you need to be, where you exist. So it's a very, very useful thing to do. And sometimes, it might not always happen, but sometimes when you remind yourself of your little intention, that little feeling of awareness will come back because it's already bedded into the nervous system now. And you might even feel like a little burst of energy, a little sort of, let's do it. And it can be really, really nice and empowering and keep you in control. Now, don't know if you can hear my border terrier. Can you hear my border terrier? He's saying to me, it's time for a walk. Yeah. So we'll stop shortly. Good. Now, okay. I'm going to now show you our world famous teaching aid. Okay, some of you have seen this before. Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay, it's a snow globe of Manchester, but hopefully it'll become clear what I mean. Now, remember we said, didn't we, that your thoughts are either in the past or the future. Now, here's the really funky bit about all of this, is that every thought you have is either about the past or the future. Either about the past or the future. And if you think about it, that, you know, next time you catch yourself ruminating over something, I can guarantee it's about stuff that you want to happen or want to do in the future, or it's stuff that's happened in the past. And of course, what happens is most of the time it's all made up. It's all made up. You know, if you're thinking about stuff in the past, it might be a conversation you had with somebody or something that you did or didn't do, you know, and your mind is still playing over that. And, you know, and it's the same with stuff in the future too. When you're in the present, thoughts tend to just fall away. They settle. They settle. And this is the great thing about meditation is that we're not stopping thinking. We're just changing our relationship to them, and they automatically fall away when you're in the moment. Now, here's the reason. Okay, you might think this is a snow globe of Manchester, but it's also a model of the inside of your head. And this is what's happening most of the time. Agitation, stuff you've got to do. And look at all of that snow in there, swirling around, swirling around. And you notice what happens is when all that stuff is swirling around inside your head, you can't see very clearly. You can't see in, you can't see out. But look what happens when you learn to be present, to be still. Suddenly, all of those thoughts automatically just settle down. And look what happens to the snow globe. It becomes clear. Now imagine if that's the inside of your head. Imagine if for a moment you had absolute clarity in here. And instead of seeing the world through a fog or a snowstorm of your thoughts, you're seeing the world as it really, really is. This is why I was saying to you earlier about your senses get sharper, because instead of your senses being divided up or hidden behind all your thinking, you're directly connected to your senses and seeing the information that's coming to you absolutely one-to-one, completely clear, completely clear. And this is why lots of meditators will talk about, you know, I mean, I do this often when I'm in the park with the dog. Trees just look more green all of a sudden. You know, trees look more immediate. You know, the sky, the clouds suddenly look much closer than they ever were. You know, suddenly you have those moments of absolute clarity because those thoughts for a moment have just settled and you are connected fully with the world as it really, really is. And you're connected to yourself for a moment as it really, really is. And it's brilliant. It's just an amazing experience. Does that make any sense? Yeah? Yeah. Imagine doing that. Imagine having those moments of absolute clarity, you know? And as the old yogis would tell us, when you have those moments of clarity, that's when you can really help. That's when you can really get out there and do your thing. Do your thing. Okay, because we all have that, don't we? We all feel we need to do something to help, you know, to make a difference. And when we learn meditation, we sort of switch on to that very, very clearly, very clearly. And it's good. It's good. And with that feeling comes joy. Because remember I said, didn't I? You're happy. Well, sadly you are. You are happy. And you just have to get on with it. You just have to get on with it. And I tell you what's important right now, and we'll probably leave it at this. What's important right now is that you, now that you've started to look at meditation, that makes you a very important individual. And the reason is this. There's been lots of research into this, and I love this research. It's obviously all happening in the States at the moment. It's thought that one person regularly meditating impacts on the well-being of 99 other people around you. 99 other people. Now, if you think about it, that sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Because if you become a happier, more engaged, more alive person, then the people around you feed off that. They feel that too, because we're all connected. We're all connected at a very deep level. So if you've started to really wake up and go, yes, I can really be me, I can really do what I want to do, what I need to do, it impacts on 99 other people. It really does. I know we're all separated from each other at the moment, but it really does. It really does. So you guys have been on this little thing today, you know, so there are 10 of you, you know, that's 1,000 people. That's 1,000 people that were changing, you know, that's pretty good for an afternoon's work, isn't it? To impact on 1,000 other people. So it's good. So keep it up, because not only is it brilliant for you, but it's brilliant for the world, you know, and I'm biased, of course, I'm biased, but, you know, keep it up because it's brilliant for everyone. It's brilliant for everyone. So look, on that note, I think we'll call it a day. Are you happy to do that? Or do you want to do another practice?
That was great. Thank you so much, Mick. That was brilliant.
Yeah, really good.
You're most welcome, you guys. I am so pleased you turned up. Otherwise, I would have looked really stupid sitting here on my own on the internet. So no, it's fantastic. I really, really appreciate you all taking time out this afternoon and doing this. And we're doing it for the right reasons. And so I feel very honored. Hello, Karen.
Oh,
Hello, Ellie. It's nice to see you all now. That's excellent. Good. Yeah, so we've done it for the right reasons. And it's been fantastic. Now, go on to you've all been on the beanddo website now. So there's loads of stuff on there you can do. We've got guided meditations on there for you to use. Do feel free to use them and download them. If you also go onto our Teachable website, our teaching platform, there's loads of free stuff on there for you as well. There are courses, there are talks, all sorts of stuff on there that you can explore and use. If you want to take this further, we do a regular Monday morning session, which is lovely, and we do themes every week. Next week it's work. So we're looking at how modern meditation can help us deal with different aspects of being human, of being alive. So you're very welcome to join us then. All you need to do is subscribe and get up at 8:30 in the morning, although it is recorded as well, so you can watch it later. But that's great. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Look after yourselves, stay safe, and stay in touch. And yeah, who knows? We might meet each other in real life one day.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.